friends, welcome to the world of business studies. In the last 16 discussions, we have covered chapter number 1, that is nature and significance of management, chapter number 2, principles of management, chapter number 3, business environment, and chapter number 4, planning of NCERT. Now, in this discussion, I'll be continuing with chapter number 5 of NCERT, that is organizing. In this, which we have covered few topics like organizing meaning, steps in the process of organizing, importance of organizing. Now, in this discussion, I'll be covering the topics like organization structure, types of organization structure. Now, organization structure is a system used to define a hierarchy within an organization. It identifies each job, its function, and where it reports to within the organization. This structure is developed to establish how an organization operates and assist an organization in obtaining its goal to allow the future growth. Now, I'll be explaining you this organization structure in detail. An organization structure is a term used to define how employees of a company work together to support their mission. The purpose of an organizational structure is to clearly define the roles and responsibilities. Having a defined structure make it easier to know who should be doing what and who to bring issues to for resolution when things do not go as planned. Organization structure is a pattern or arrangement of jobs and groups of jobs within an organization. An organizational chart shows the way in which the chain of command works within the organization. The type of structure that a business has reflects how it behaves. It defines its culture or a way of working. A highly centralized hierarchical structure means an organization is run from the top. It may have a well-known person at its head who makes the most important decisions. Organizational structure is a formal system of job relationship that coordinates employees to achieve a company's goal. Organization structure can be defined as the typically hierarchical arrangement of line of authority, communication, right, and duties of an organization. Organization structure determines how the role, power, and responsibilities are assigned, controlled, and coordinated, and how information flows between the different levels of management. The term structure is highly abstract and elusive. It extends its real and affects everyone in the organization. In the simple term, structure is the pattern in which various parts or components are interrelated or interconnected. Structure establishes a relationship among various positions and activities in the organization as because such positions are held by individuals. It prescribes relationship among people in the organization. Now, in the next slide, that is types of organization structure. There are basically two types of organization structure: functional structure and organizational structure. For structure, you can see the above picture that how the structures can be. Now, moving to the first one, that is functional structure. Functional structure is basically when the departments are divided according to the functions they perform, like research and development department, production department, marketing department, and accounting and finance department. Whereas organizational structure, when it is divided according to divisional structure, it means it is having a main office, then a corporate office, and the operating division. The operating division can be the place where it's operating. It can be like North India, South India, East India, West India, and according to that, under that, the departments are of functions like distribution, finance, marketing, and sales. Now I'll be explaining you this functional structure in detail. The term functional organization is defined as an organization which line authority, staff authority, and the third type of authority known as functional authority exist together. Let us understand the concept of functional authority. It is limited form of line authority given to functional experts over certain specialized activities under the normal supervision of managers belonging to the other department. Managers who are given functional authority have the right to issue directives on matters which they do not have the direct line authority otherwise. For example, the personnel manager is a staff expert and has advisory staff authority in a line and staff organization. But in a functional organization, he is given a limited line authority to ensure that personnel policies are observed in all departments throughout the organization. This is a case of functional authority given in the personnel manager. The personal authority of the personnel manager is similar to the line authority of the line managers, but it is restricted to some specialized activities only. Just like the personnel manager, other staff managers like accountant, legal advisor, quality control manager, and maintenance experts are given limited line authority over a specific part of activities in other line or staff departments. There are basically few advantages of functional structures. I'll be explaining you few of them, like a functional structure leads to occupation specialization since emphasis is placed on specific functions. This promotes efficiency in utilization of manpower as employees perform similar tasks within department and are able to improve performances. Next, it promotes control and coordination with the department because of similarity in the tasks being performed. Next, it helps in increasing managerial and operational efficiencies as this results in increases profit. Next, it leads to minimum duplication of effort which results in economies of scale and this lowers cost. Next, it makes training of employees easier as the focus is only on limited range of skills. Next, it ensures that different functions get due attention. Now, as every coin has a two sides, even there are few demerits or disadvantages of functional structure. I'll be explaining you few of them, like a functional structure places less emphasis on overall enterprise objectives than the objective pursued by the functional head. Such practices may lead to functional employees within the importance of the particular function may be overemphasized. Pursuing department interests at the cost of organizational interest can also hinder the interaction between the two or more departments. It may lead to problem in coordination as information has to be exchanged across the functionally differentiated departments. Last, a conflict of interest may arise when the interests of two or more departments are not compatible. For example, the sales department insists on a customer-friendly design may cause difficulties in production. Such can prove to be harmful in terms of fulfillment of organizational interest. Interdepartmental conflicts can also arise in the absence of clear separation of responsibility. There is one more demerit of functional structure, and that is it may lead to inflexibility as people with same skills and knowledge base may develop a narrow perspective and thus have difficulty in appreciating any other point of view. Functional heads do not get training for the top management position because they are unable to gather experience in diverse areas. And there are few suitability for the functional structure. Like first one, size of the organization is large. Operations of the firm need high degree of specialization. And the last one is authority is decentralized. Now moving to the next structure of organization structure, that is divisional structure. Large organizations with diversified activities have recognized themselves towards a divisional structure. Grouping of activities on the basis of product is known as divisional structure of organization. Under this structure, the top level delegates extensive authority of division head. The divisional head is in charge of manufacturing, purchase, sales, engineering and other departments of division. He also made responsible for the profit and loss of its division. There are few advantages of this divisional structure, like product specialization helps in the development of varied skills in the divisional head and prepares him for a higher positions. This is because he gains experience in all functions related to a particular product. Next, divisional heads are accountable for the profit as revenue and cost related to different departments can be easily identified and assigned to them. This provides a proper basis for performance measurement. It also helps in fixations of responsibility. In case of poor performance of division, and appropriate remedial actions can be taken. Next, it promotes flexibility and initiative because each division functions as an autonomous unit, which leads to a faster decision making. Next, it facilitates expansion and growth as new divisions can be added without interrupting the existing operation by merely adding another division head and staff for the new product line. Even this divisional structure have few demerits. Some of them are: conflict may arise among the different divisions with reference to the allocation of funds, and further, a particular division may seek to maximize its profit at the cost of higher divisions. Next, it may lead to increase in cost since there may be a duplication of activities across products. Providing each division with a separate set of similar functioning increases expenditure. Next, it provides managers with the authority to supervise all activities related to a particular division. In course of time, such a manager may gain power in a bid to assert his independence may ignore organizational structure. Now, the suitability of the divisional structure are: an organization is involved in production of different line of production. Next, organization needs to specialization. Next, organization plans to produce more line of product in future. These were the all things we need to discuss in this lecture. In the next discussion, we will covering few topics like comparative view of functional and divisional structure and types of organization. Let us know your doubt or any specific query below in the comment section. Subscribe us and ring the bell button so that you won't miss any important discussion. Till then, enjoy studying business studies.